Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. Hello, Ndudu natives. Thank you ever so much for tuning in for another exciting episode with Fafa. Welcome to my world of creativity when it comes to food. Now, today I'll be sharing my classic corned beef stew recipe. It's not any other corned beef stew recipe. It's packed with natural flavors, of course, and cooking at the right time and temperature. Yes. Now, I've got you all covered. I would leave the written recipe, which would include the list of ingredients and measurements, on my blog, fafagilbert.com. So do check it out. And whilst you're there, please don't forget to subscribe as well. So when I do upload a recipe, you are notified of it pronto, no wahala. And if this is your first time, you welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's start. So we're going to be adding some groundnut oil to our saucepan. You can use your vegetable oil, not a problem. And carefully drop your butter. Don't be as messy as I am. Next thing is I'm adding my banana shallots, but you can use any onion of your choosing. Now this is just going to be melting. And now I'm going to be introducing that fishy flavor in the form of my spiced anchovy. These spiced anchovies will be available to purchase soon on Buy Ndudu. So of course, as a secret recipe, I can't reveal it. But you can use your salted fish instead, or the dried anchovies, absolutely, or your salted beef, and that equally works well. Next thing is for that earthy, beautiful flavor, I'm adding some cumin to it. I told you this is not any other food, it's Ndudu by Fafa, and I'll tell you what, it's so easy to make. And then that did fry for about 5 minutes on that medium to low heat. And now I'm adding my tomato puree. And I'm going to allow this beauty to fry for another 5 to 8 minutes. That is just when the oil has separated from the tomato puree. And the tomato puree has almost like a grainy sort of consistency where it's separated from the oil because the moisture has evaporated much. At that point, that is when I'll be adding some more flavors. So here I'm adding my chopped habanero chili. You can use your Scotch bonnet, any green chilies, or any chilies that you do have available. Now, bearing in mind, the recipe is a guide. You also need to add your own shenanigans, your soul, your spirit, your vibe to the dish. And here I've got my blended ginger, aniseed, garlic, and onion blend that I've added to it, and I'm mixing it all together until it's well combined. Yet again, cooking on that medium heat to allow that infusion to take place, and this will take another 5 to 6 minutes. Now I've got my red bell pepper here and some baby plum tomatoes, and I'll be washing this, and of course I'm going to be blending these beauty together. You have the choice of roasting or smoking it, but I was just keeping it simple. Blended it just so, and I just added it to my tomato spice puree mixture that has been cooking beautifully. And you can even see in the edges of the saucepan, you can see it's like going all browny. Yes, that's just all flavor. That's all going to come together. And then I'm just going to mix it all together until it's well combined. Now, have I given you the reason or that reason to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet? And yes, please don't forget to activate your notifications to all. Yes, so that you do not miss any videos. Because if you don't, then it means that you will not be notified that I have uploaded a new video. So after 20 minutes of carefully cooking this is the consistency you're looking for. This is intense with flavor. Now you notice I have omitted salt up until this point because of course I'm using corned beef, and corned beef naturally can be salty. So my favorite corned beef is the M&S prime beef corned beef. Seriously, it's creamy, beautiful, and it's made out of prime cut meat as well. So yeah, absolutely, you should definitely try it. It's just under £3 for one. Yeah, and I know maybe a little bit pricey, but it is worth it. And here I'm just crushing it because I still need it in that little bit of chunks, yes. But also I need it in the way that, the tomato will absorb or infuse its flavor into it. Yes, you see, notification gang, how you all doing? Thank you ever so much. I hope everyone is taking very good care of themselves. And I hope recipes like this do cheer you guys up. And to my loyal subscribers, always in my heart. Thank you. So this is coming almost to the end because I'm going to be slow cooking this for another 5 minutes. Yes, just to allow that infusion to take place. Everybody's introducing themselves. Those that are shy are like, yeah. Those that are confident are just pulling those that are shy together. It's just a marriage of flavors in the pot. And here I'm adding my bay leaf almost at the end. You're like, why? You know what? I nearly forgot about the bay leaf. So it was like, yeah, you coming in, you can add it much earlier, but of course I added it here. And then again, when I added it here, it was incredible because the flavor was intense at the end. So yeah, I think I'll start doing that. And here I'm just drizzling a little bit of my dry rosemary. Not too much because the one that I'm using is the organic one, so it's quite intense. So just need a little bit and it goes a long way. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know me and onions, we are first cousins. Like, we have an understanding. So my banana shallots just graze my corned beef stew. And it's like, yes, it makes it sweeter. Absolutely beautiful. Ndudu by Fafa, yeah. Koba Ndudu and Yukwelu. Fafa, come on, Ndudu, and Fafa. I love the flavors, Now, what I love about the M&S prime cut beef corned beef is it's not as salty as like normal corned beefs are. So yes, once you cook with it, you can then add a little bit of salt to your own preference and taste. And it did require a little bit. That's why I've done that. And I'm just going to mix it all together. And that's just going to be beautiful. So now that my stew is ready, that is when I add my fresh basil leaves. If you add basil leaves much earlier, you're going to lose all the flavor. No, it's best to use it as the last ingredient when your stew is ready. Even when you're making soup, by the way. Now you are well equipped to serve your corned beef stew with any carbohydrates of your choosing. You can try pasta, boiled yam, plantain, rice. The choice is yours. As I mentioned, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, fafagilbert.com. Do check it out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa. So pass by and say hi. Narelle, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next video with you kings and queens, take care of you. Be nice, be beautiful, be your gorgeous self. And guess what? I love you for you. Toodles.